The Wintrust Arena here in Chicago, Illinois, are proud to present the co-featured bout of the evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBA Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, the challenger. He fights out of the blue corner, and he stands with his head trainer, Jose Bonilla. He wears black with purple trim. His professional record, 20 victories, 2 defeats. He has 1 draw and 15 wins coming by way of knockout. Lenin Castillo. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He stands with his head trainer, Dmitry Bivol. He wears the tan with black trim. His professional record, a perfect one. 16 fights, 16 victories, 11 of them coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he makes his 6th defense of his world title. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the reigning, defending, undefeated WBA Light Heavyweight Champion of the world, Dmitry Bivol.
One with him, just one with him, okay? Come on, everybody's out. Okay, guys, I give you instruction in the dressing room. They're having a clean match, okay? Good luck, God bless you.
I mean, just the total package. 16-0, 11 of his wins by knockout. We'll see what kind of test Lenin Castillo can give this man at the height of his skill and power.
Boxe.
At 175 pounds, will fight over the next 3 weeks, so Bivol kicks things off here.
Sticking to your baseball analogy, Brian, one of the hardest things to do is hit a fastball in the major leagues.
Lemba, Jean Pascal, and then Joe Smith Jr. We spoke about that. Look, in that last fight now,
are top-level light heavyweights. I was at the Chilemba saw against, say, Sullivan Barrera. Against Sullivan Barrera, he was up big in that fight, and he went.
But if you want to gain a bigger fan base or create a mandate, right, to fight the other champion,
Bivol, that's for sure, especially to get the knockout like Chris Mannix.
It's demanded. Deal again, size, light heavyweight, 6'8".
Чуть напряжен. И левый держишь голову под контролем.
Dmitry Bivol here again, another accomplished amateur.
Boxe.
The main event, Alexander Usyk, Olympic gold medalist, world amateur champion.
See more jabs from Bivol upstairs and stabbing that midsection of Castillo as well. Castillo's a little bit taller, has a little.
Goes 33 jabs per round. Light heavyweight average is 23 per round. So
he's just a patient, precise puncher.
Getting the biggest fight of his career, Lenin Castillo. Nice jab that landed by Bivol. And another jab, and another jab. Now you see how it's totally of that power.
Castillo, he is a largely a stationary guy.
It's Joe Smith Jr. Sergio, you never want to have to find out if you have a good chin. But it's a right hand that was effective by Bivol. Good exchange here. Getting ready for round 3 here. Dmitry Bivol defending his title against Lenin Castillo. You saw right there, KSI and Logan Paul will go at it again in the professional ranks this time. No headgear, November 2, right, fellas?
Kevin Haney will be on the undercard. Billy Joe Saunders will be on the undercard. And a great opportunity.
Castillo and Bivol. Bit of a surprise given that Bivol is, again, boxing here in round 3. I mean, that is a key to being effective in the championship. To serve your energy. Joe Smith was a little slower and that sort of thing. But one thing we spoke about a lot in that last fight, Sergio, and be able to move in and out fluidly.
Ring generalship, and that's why that's one of the things that judges.
Work the body, be a little bit more active, but they're satisfied with what Lenin Castillo.
Right hand here in the final far. Translated words of Gennady Mashinov, trainer for Dmitry Bivol. It seems like he's doing enough to win these rounds, Sergio, but he's not dominating. What would your advice be?
Has been that jab to the gut, but he needs to continue that and double it up downstairs as well.
Feature here again, Alexander Usyk in our main event still to come. Bivol in the tan.
Short of 3 rounds for none for Bivol. I think that Castillo's had some moments with some counter shots.
With only Vasily Lomachenko has a wider gap and the punches landed. So Usyk, once he blacked, he was excited.
Yeah, beginning with that naked brotherly fight,
goal used to be. He'll be fighting a much smaller man. Yet that smaller man moving forward there. Going at the bell. Pedigree is there, and Usyk going to heavyweight tonight, defending his WBA Light Heavyweight belt. It is interesting too, Sergio.
Sparring the 4-week camp that he's had sparring with the IBF champion out there better be.
Yeah, but I think that's something he'll have to do. To your point, Chris, you're right. This is his shot at the title, literally.
Catching and countering really sharp. So they were winning. He landed a nice right hand Castillo did right there. So
It's just not as frequently as you need to do to win rounds.
says effectively.
Bivol now digs in, fires back once he ate a little left. Taking on Chaz Witherspoon. We understand something's going on back in with the Witherspoon camp. Let's get a report from Claudia Trejos.
Thank you, Brian. Brian.
Can you imagine if that happened, like, I don't know, Mayweather De La Hoya? Like, it would just the place would explode.
Well, Mayweather did it as gamesmanship at times. He would dictate to you exactly what kind of gloves.
His gloves had to have the same gloves that you agreed to, couldn't change. And then if a guy had different colored gloves, who got? Is he gonna go in the ring? He's in the ring. We're good.
Sergio was the same level of diva in his.
You got to break him in. We have a hard time breaking him in and breaking in that letter. And especially when you have that hand wrap.
Castillo having a decent night. Don't know if he's winning any rounds. According to Chris Mannix, he is now landing to the body and landing to the head. Down goes Castillo. That fast.
4, 5, 6.
Wow, Bivol really changed things there. You see how quickly he can seize the opportunity. It's a beautiful knockdown, though. Let's just point that out. That was gorgeous.
It was a beautiful knockdown, but I don't think
Bivol just put him down hard.
And we got a little sort of boxing
There. Bivol with his signature moment in this fight. Round by round, he's getting hit less. With that moment down in the 6th round, Dmitry Bivol with a beautiful. Back to work here, round 7, the knockdown in the 6th. Dmitry Bivol seemingly winning every round. He is, according to Chris Mannix's scorecard, in the knockdown in the 6th. And you have a rapid-fire right hand cause the knockdown.
And it takes something out of you.
people having to jack up and fight to that 6-inch reach disadvantage over shots.
Bivol doubling up on his back and get out of range. Land more scoring shots. And these aren't doing big.
Before on the gas pedal because
Bivol, Bivol. I'm saying if you're Bivol's corner, you say, hey man,
remember the guy that's still looking to counterpunch you really effectively. Castillo this round with a sharp counter to Dmitry Bivol.
Again, this will be the test again. You said you let his focus, and yet your concentration has to be complete at this level.
Protect yourself at all times.
Bivol again, very good round to follow up. CompuBox, Lenin Castillo landing in single digits all 7 rounds tonight. Bivol's streak to opponents landing single digits in 60 of his last. As far as the scoring, it absolutely is. Bivol wins and wins.
Drop Castillo.
And yet, is it enough for the Chris Mannixes of the world?
I have no issue. I'll go a little longer if you want.
To say of Bivol as well. And that's what they knocked out his head. Make things happen on his end. Again, this is his big chance opportunity of his career.
So maybe that's the case here because look, he started out starching guys, of course, on the way up, and now that he's fighting guys like Isaac
Chilena's put back for his career.
See, that's the Chris Mannix.
So yeah, maybe he's just a smart light heavyweight.
Both aggressive Castillo gets over these final few rounds.
Well, he's been waiting to counter the.
2 minutes left in round 9. Try to smell when that will happen. If Castillo try to figure out, sniff out when Bivol possibly. Bivol doesn't quite have the power to keep some of his belt. He's got the distance. There's an accuracy. When you have one champion in the division, it just makes everything. It brings that focus. But it'd be great if you could get one.
Sometimes it's more very good for a division to get one
Which was definitely the case. 200 pounds. And when he was able to become the unified cruiserweight champion, everyone could say, all right, who's this guy?
He's been landing downstairs, try to come around the guard, but look, Castillo just waiting for his moment to land that.
Just do it. Just do it. Go ahead.
There you go. Wanted that translated. We got it. Round 10, championship rounds here. Light heavyweight belt. He's won any rounds, but he's had his moments. And as we've said before, Sergio, but it's not easy for him. He has to stay intense every minute of every round.
That 76-inch reach, he's a big light heavyweight.
It's a light heavyweight title right here.
Level of skill and class. By Castillo.
Chad Dawson was an established 75-pound champion, but he wasn't a big star.
I respect him, but that was the beginning of the dunk.
Stay back.
Usyk
Stay back.
moving
Stay
up
back.
to heavyweight tonight in our main
back.
event. Not far away, Bivol and Lenin Castillo here. 11th round scheduled for 12. A terrific boxer. The only question is, can he beat guys who are 270
Heavyweights running to face him right away. The risk reward just isn't high enough. Coolidge, rather than rolling the dice with the guy like Usyk. Everybody wants to get to it, and they can't. Sometimes one look will strip.
That's a shame against Anthony Joshua. And we're talking about, hey, what's going to change there? Again, you've got fighters from Russia and Ukraine, and people just come right out. Bivol, consistent work as well.
He did right there.
And right after he tried a lead hook as well, Sergio tried to come in with a punch again in the final round. Round, and you heard the translation there from the corner of Bivol. Convincing win once again. Is it enough? Well, it's enough to win. Doing his job. No question. Look at this one. Beautiful work by Bivol.
Yeah, no matter what the corner said.
Round where Castillo had the advantage there and punches landed. Otherwise, he will take his time as well. Could be a bit of a chess match. But eventually, he is looking something happen. And he knows he's losing, right, Sergio? That's a big try with the combination by Bivol. So Castillo did try with the right hand while Bivol's throwing punches. Performance by Dmitry Bivol. He has the knockdown. He's won every round, probably 11 and 12 at the very least, outlanded in just one round. Drops under the right hand there in the final seconds and looks to punctuate things here with a flurry as he does. And the champ with an easy title defense and convincing here in Chicago. If you're his corner, Sergio, again, I will.
The right shots, the counter shots especially, Bivol was aware of that. And it was a one-sided.
It was a slow start for Dmitry Bivol in terms of his jabbing dominance, which normally he had. Counter right hands by Bivol early on. Castillo, though, was calm. He's an experienced pro. But then the right hand, that was just a gorgeous short shot by Bivol in the 6th round. Puts Castillo down. Castillo able to weather that storm, but in the head. Again and again. Machine-like. And Dmitry Bivol, again, maybe some will be, right? He just needs to win. Bivol certainly doing that tonight. Did everything he could, and even tried to, as we're saying, hey, does we want to try something here? He tried, let's get the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action here in Chicago, we go to the judges' score totals. Nelson Vasquez, 120 to 107. And still, the undefeated WBA Light Heavyweight Champion of the World, Dmitry Bivol.